Lesson 3.3 Addition and Subtraction of Rational Expression. Before we begin these problems or sections, I provided 3 simple addition of fractions here. Okay, so look at number 1 first. How can we solve this problem? Yes, in this case, because we have already same denominator, we only combine the numerator and keep the same denominator, so become 1 plus 3 over 5, so answer become 4 over 5. It means as long as we have two fractions have a common denominator, then we only combine numerator and keep the same denominator. What about number 2 case? As you see, 1 over 2, 3 over 5, they have different denominator. In this case, we need to find the LCD. Then how to find the LCD? So in this case, 2 and 5, both numbers don't share any common factor. Therefore, the LCD becomes their product, which is 2 times 5, which is 10. Therefore, you multiply 5 this fraction, multiply 2 on this fraction. Then this becomes 5 over 10 plus 6 over 10. So total become 11 over 10. Now it is not simplified. So there's prime factor already, so we cannot simplify anymore. What about number 3 here? 1 over 6 plus 1 over 9. So before 2 and 5 case, there's prime number and over don't share any common factor. Therefore, we multiply each other. But 6 and 9, somehow they may share the common factor. So 6 equal to 2 times 3. 9 equal to 3 times 3. So as you see, we have a common factor exists between two numbers. Therefore, LCD becomes common factor, which is 3, times other factors, which is 2 and 3, so equal to 18. Then now, you need to think about what you multiply to each fraction, then it will be same denominator. So, you will need to multiply 6 to 3 and 9 to 2. Therefore, this becomes 3 over 18 plus 2 over 18. So answer becomes 5 over 18. And we cannot simplify, so that should be the answer. So like this, we can generate 3 different cases. If two fractions or more than 2 fractions have the same denominator, then when you add or subtract them, you just calculate among numerator. However, like number 2, if 2 fractions or more than 2 fractions don't have the same denominator, you need to find common denominator. Especially, they don't share any common factor, then you just multiply them. That will be the LCD value. But number 3 case, 6 and 9, they share a common factor, 3. So you multiply common factor, which is 3, and other remaining factor, 2 and 3. Okay? So we will apply exactly the same concept when we talk about rational expression using the variable. So look at some example. So x over x plus 5 plus 5 over x plus 5. So do you see they have a common denominator? Yes, they have exactly same denominator, which means you keep the same denominator and only calculate numerator, which is x plus 5. Now, can we simplify this one? Yes, because they have exactly the same factor, you simplify them and it becomes 1 in this case. Then what about two fractions? They don't have the common denominator. So I'm going to show one example here. Four c over c minus 3 minus 1 over c plus 1. Whenever any expression involving the variable, then you need to see that the binomial, they are together basically. So I know you see c as in common, but you cannot say c is common factor because of c minus 3 and c plus 1, they are two different numbers or two different variables. So you cannot see them. Okay, therefore, we can say these two denominators don't have any common factor. Therefore, LCD, you can say c minus 3 times c plus 1. So in order to make common denominator for each fraction, then you need to multiply c plus 1 into this fraction and then c minus 3 into this fraction. Then it is going to be 4c times c plus 1 minus 1 times c minus 3 over LCD, which is c minus 3 times c plus 1. Now we distribute and then expand it, then this is going to be 4c squared plus 4c minus c plus 3 over common denominator c minus 3 and c plus 1. And simplify numerator, then this is going to be 4c squared plus 3c plus 3 over c minus 3 times c plus 1. Now it is time to simplify this fraction. And as you see, this is the quadratic expression, so we may check whether it is factorable. So 4c squared plus 3c plus 3 and then c squared plus 3c plus 12, and find out their product become 12, sum become 3, but as you see, you don't see any common factor here because none of them, their sum become 3, so it is not factorable. Therefore, the answer becomes 4c squared plus 3c plus 3 over c minus 3, c plus 1. That's our final answer. Another one. So q 1 over x minus y minus 2xy over x squared minus y squared. So in order to find the common denominator, we need factoring first. So if we do so, this is already the prime factor, so just say 1 over x minus y minus 2xy over x plus y and x minus y. So do you see a common factor, which is x minus y here? Yeah. Therefore, LCD become common factor, which is the x minus y times remaining factor x plus y. Since this one has already common denominator, you only multiply x plus y into this fraction so that it can have also common denominator. So these two fraction becomes x plus y and then minus 2xy over and x minus y and x plus y. Now we open the parentheses and simplify that, then x plus y minus 2xy over x minus y and x plus y. Okay. Now, since it is not factorable, this is the final answer basically. But here, one thing you have to really be careful. You may want to cancel this too, but not possible. Because this is trinomial, okay? So you cannot say x plus y, they are single factor. They are trinomial one factor form, so it must match with each other. And then multiplication form. But as you see, they are all adding or subtracting form, so you cannot cancel them. So final answer become this.